Good morning class 11. Welcome to your online class. Today we will start with a new chapter, that is your chapter 10, Education and Psychology. So in this chapter, let me first discuss the important question which you are going to get in the PDF in the later parts of your videos. Now this is you can understand after seeing the name of the chapter that Education and Psychology. Now these two are different, separate two topics, or you can say subject. But in this chapter, we are going to see that how these two matter or two factors of education are quietly linked with each other. Why these two are inseparable. Now, what is education? We all know that education is basically an all-round development. Now, psychology, as we know, throughout the years, means after different changes, we have seen that this topic psychology has become an integral part of education, and it is inseparable from studies, from the students, from everything and so on. So, education and psychology are the topic which are linked. And here, first we will discuss what is education, that we have already done, what is psychology, and what is the relation between education and psychology, what is educational psychology, and finally the characteristics of educational psychology. So 5 to 6 questions are there. First one is what is education and what is psychology, what is educational psychology, number 3. What are the characteristics of educational psychology 4, and what is the basic relation between education and psychology. Now, before we go through other details, we have already known about education. The topic it is all about all-round development of individual, which means it's physical, social, moral, all sphere development. Now, the word psychology, it has come from two Latin words. One is psycho and another one is logos. Means it is the study of mind. Now, in the previous years, in the previous days, ancient times, the word psychology was not at all a part of educational matter, or it was not considered as a part of entire education system. As you know, the basic concept of psychology was not accepted, because the teaching system, the education system entirely was dependent on the teachers, and it was teacher-centered education system, and thus it was not given such importance on the child or the student or the learner or the pupil, if you can say. So what can be the how the topic has entered, that we will discuss. Now, in the previous days, in the previous times, philosophers used to think that whatever it may be, the psychology of the student, but the teachers were the source of education. And in the revolutions change, at the very first time, it was discussed as a topic of mind. Psychology is attached with mind. It is correct. If we accept this, then we can say that our psychology is telling about our mind, what we are thinking. If I ask you in a gross question, as a gross question, you will say that it is about our mind, how we think, how we behave, everything. But after that, after the changes has arrived, the scientists and the education started telling that it is a science of soul. Soul means your inner soul. Your inner mind, it is connected with mind, but the concept of psychology was changed, and it was told that it is a discussion on soul, on individual soul. And finally, when we have come at the end, the latest viewpoint of the topic psychology is about the study of human behavior. Now see how the scientists have described that it is a part of our behavior, because how we are behaving, what we are behaving, how we are talking, it's a reflection of our mind and our soul. So mind and soul, these two are totally separate, and these two are totally inseparable, and finally the outcome of our mind, of our soul, of our thought is our behavior, and thus the topic psychology is described as a science of behavior. Now regarding psychology, what is psychology, the definitions and everything we are going to get in PDF, but see here psychologists today what they are describing, psychology is the science of studying adjustable human behavior. So when I am telling the term adjustable human behavior, means what? There is a continuous adjustment with the environment, with the behavior of the individual, because the way, in the place where we are placed, we are reacting in the same way, isn't it? The way we are talking, the way we are saying, it's the reflection of our mind, of our soul, of our behavior, isn't it? So it is the person who is standing opposite to you is seeing your behavior, is seeing your attitude, your way of talking, everything, and that is your psychology, because that is playing inside your mind. So psychology is a science of behavior. So psychologists today, they are telling that it's a study of science. We all know that whatever in our environment, in our world is going on, it is due to science. It is not a fiction, it's not a something imaginative, is it? It is dependent on science. So psychology is also an integral part of science, and it is inseparable with the mind of the individual learner, because it is the expression, the thought, the thinking, the everything, the attitude, whatever the student or the learner is expressing is his behavior, which is called psychology. Now, J.B. Watson, how he has described, he declared human with all the things what is written. It is everything you will get in your book page number 160. I will give you the PDF as well. You are going to get everything from that as well as from the book. J.B. Watson declared human behavior as a subject matter of psychology. It is termed as a behaviorism. So what is behaviorism? Ism means it is related with the topic, and behavior. So psychology is more or less about behavior of an individual. So it's a science because it is expressing the mind of the individual, and thus the term is known as behaviorism, which is given by J.B. Watson. So through this we can say that as education is also a study of science, whatever we are studying, art subjects, commerce subjects, or it can be a science, everything is related to science, invention and changes. So according to the change of the environment, according to the change of the need, we are changing our demand as well as our behavior, and that is called psychology. So next day, in the next video, we are going to see that what is the basic relation between education and psychology, means why we have connected these two topics together to form a topic called educational psychology. Basically, whatever education we are getting, it is based on educational psychology, because here the term educational psychology, you can understand the psychology of the individual learner is highly connected with the education of or receiving the education, the process. It is highly dependent on the behavior of the individual. Thank you so much. We will continue the next part in the second video. Thank you.